It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And one of the epic nights in the NBA, we welcome you to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the West All-Stars playing against the East All-Stars. You have to love the collection of talent that'll be on the floor this evening. The best of the best going head-to-head. The East and West both will have a ton of ways to try to gain an advantage here tonight. And here we are, getting buckled in for what should be another wild ride. The NBA All-Star Game officially upon us. Kenny, any thoughts on tonight's contest?
Well, I always expect fast pace and lots of offense and little defense.
It's all about having fun, not taking things too seriously. Guys just want to put on a good show for their fans and let it all out.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
A special day for basketball fans across the world. The All-Star Game. We'll have the greatest athletes in the world playing the greatest game in the world. We're happy to bring it to you right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Chris Paul is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Davis in at the 4 slot.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and
no shortage of offense. East All-Stars up on top, up 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. All-Stars lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports halftime show.
Welcome back, folks. We hope you enjoyed the first half of the All-Star Game. Ernie Johnson still here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet, as you might have guessed. An amazing first half of basketball, and it looks like we've got a game on our hands that will cap off this great weekend in style. The East and West both giving the fans everything they could have hoped for. This is shaping up to be an all-star classic.
Obviously, this has been a back-and-forth type of thing, but now you're going to start to see the competitiveness come out of these guys. That's right, and they have to say it real nice and smooth. Competitiveness. A little more defense, not a lot more, but certainly a lot more intensity. And at the end of the day, every guy on that court out there is built to win.
This particular All-Star Game has some real energy. Guys aren't just going out there and going through the emotions. They're actually digging in and trying to win. This is different. I can't wait for the second half.
It's the West All-Stars, up 7. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Durant against James.
And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
you got to play mistake-free.
Towns with the steal. 9 feet out, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Paul. Now it's a 6-point West All-Star lead.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Westbrook with it. That's tipped. Here's Lowry. Good! And that shot brings them to within just one.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Man, I tell you, partner, this has been some fun basketball, and they don't look like they're slowing down at all. You better strap your seatbelt on here.
Outside Westbrook. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So they foul intentionally. First one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
And the East All-Stars call time here. What's your take, guys?
They need a quick 3 here. It's a tough shot. The odds are against them, but anything's possible.
And here's LeBron outside, and there's the triple. A big three-pointer, but we might have a review here. And they're going back to have a look at that shot once again to see if the horn had really sounded before the ball left his hand. This certainly isn't over yet. They may get a second chance. Now, if it's overturned, we're going to need overtime.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And this game is not over. The officials are ruling that the shot will count, and we, Greg, are going to overtime.
How about that? I mean, what a fantastic end to regulation. This game has been terrific from the start. Really glad we get some overtime.
A little bit tremendous instinct straight to come up with the steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
Poked away and stolen by Whiteside.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Here's Westbrook.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And he connected the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. Timeout called, East All-Stars. They're down by 2. 8 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. LeBron kicks to DeRozan to tie it up. Paul with the steal, and an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You have the foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP. Kevin Durant. As so often is the case, he was the straw that stirred up the passion, the confidence, the closing ability that we saw from his team tonight. Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, he had fun out there. He also didn't shy away from putting on that flash and pizzazz to make the highlights. I thought he gave the fans a gutsy performance. All the celebrities stopped looking at me and started waving at him. We had a couple of good candidates, but he deserved it.
Kevin Durant is in the zone, and he is scary when he is like that tonight. The inside-out skill that he has is so outstanding. He's a do-it-all superstar. You guard him with a small guy, he takes him inside. You guard a big guy on him, he takes him outside. Unbelievable giant of the game.
And that's going to do it for this year's All-Star Game. Oh, what a night it's been. Some splendid talent on display. And that doesn't even include Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Appreciate that.
And our award-winning